We're on your side tonight now with a speeding problem here in Charlotte. Cars cruising not just on I-77, but also in our neighborhoods. People looking for help stopping speeders are being left to wait, raising safety concerns in neighborhoods and mounting frustration. A viewer's call to the WBTV newsroom about the length of time it takes to get a speed cushion in their neighborhood prompted our Liliana Pearson to ask what's taking so long. Here's part of Liliana's report from tonight at 6 o'clock.
His words to me were, it has no expiration date. Even if it takes up to 5 years, it never expires. And I'm thinking, up to 5 years, you know, by then, you pray not, but there could be a fatality.
Catherine Nimmons knows a thing or two about safety.
Oh, Lord.
She started her neighborhood watch, got the speed limit in her neighborhood reduced to 25 miles an hour, and raised her children along this stretch of Catherine Kiker Road.
We've lived in this house for 31 years.
So when she noticed a few people with dangerous driving habits,
they're probably doing 45, 50, and sometimes even more.
She and a few neighbors started the petition process to get a couple speed cushions installed in their neighborhood. Their road qualified, it's 2 lanes and has a speed limit of 25 miles an hour, and they got enough signatures on the petition. The city approved it, and then nothing. Since March of last year, they've waited.
We do pay tax dollars, so where are my tax dollars going?
So when Catherine saw me talking about an unrelated speed cushion story on our newscast,
right now that the city has a couple different things that they can do to try to slow down the people that are zooming through neighborhoods. So
she called me.
It should not have come to the point where we had to reach to the news media.
And I got to work. Here's what I found out. According to the Charlotte Department of Transportation, they have a backlog of 160 speed cushion petitions. These 32 projects have been approved, but in a typical year, the city only installs 20, which has us asking,
how did you guys end up with having a backlog of projects like this?
So the backlog is kind of a result of many circumstances coming together and not in the best of fashions.
CDOT Traffic Safety Manager Angela Berry says a swift departure of her predecessor and the contract company, AWP Inc.'s predecessor, meant the right information wasn't shared and speed cushions were installed incorrectly.
He's overused some pieces and not used other pieces that should have been used. And so I'm trying to correct the overused pieces and make enough so that we can get these 30 locations off our backlog list.
And Liliana joins us now here in studio to talk more about this story. I think it's one that probably strikes a chord with a lot of people who are watching, who have dealt with their own neighborhoods and people sort of flying through them. What can we do about that? I'm wondering, are changes perhaps coming to the process of how one can request for one of these speed cushions?
There absolutely are. So right now, if you want a speed cushion in your neighborhood, you have to go around with a petition and get 60% of property owners, so not renters or tenants, but property owners, to sign this petition saying, yes, I want a speed cushion. So right now the city wants to change that and kind of streamline the process. So you would request one through the city. The city would send out postcards letting everyone know, hey, this is what we're doing. And then if somebody reaches out to them, they are that against it that they're going to reach out to the city. The city will then address it, kind of see what they can do. So expedite the process a little bit.
And for those who might be confused by that term speed cushion, explain that just a little bit, can you?
Yes, so you might be thinking speed bump, speed hump, speed cushion, what's the difference? So a speed cushion is a pre-made rubber piece, and it's broken up into kind of 3 separate humps on the road. And the reason that it's made that way is so it has to slow down if you're a car, but it lines up correctly if you are an EMS or a fire truck, so they don't have to slow down if they're on their way to an emergencies. A speed bump is like that regular long one piece that you would see.
That makes sense. Yeah, we want the emergency vehicles to get through as quickly as possible. I'm curious, does this fit into the broader vision, of Vision Zero, right, where we're trying to reduce traffic fatalities down to zero in our community?
It absolutely does. So if you live in a neighborhood and you want people to slow down driving through, there's a couple different things that they can do. They're going to install things like stop signs, four-way stops, maybe some stop lights, and of course these speed cushions as well. And so these are going to be places that people live, that people are walking on sidewalks. There's going to be children playing out in the yard. So they're trying to slow down people that are driving through roads that are going to have more vulnerable people.
And they want to hear from people. If there's a problem spot in the community, they like to identify it. Obviously, but we need to get them built too. That's the crux of all this. I'm curious, how did you find out about this issue?
So it was great. Catherine actually reached out to me. I was doing a story on one of our separate newscasts talking about how getting speed cushions is going to change. And she reached out to me and she said, hey, I did the original process and it has been almost a year and a half now. And I'm kind of hearing nothing from the city. Can you maybe make some calls and find out what's going on? And so that kind of sparked this whole investigation that we did, and we were able to get her some answers. She said she would have loved to hear it from the city, but she was happy to get the information nonetheless.
And hopefully by the fall, right? That is the goal here, to finally get that done. That's how it works, folks. You got an issue in your neighborhood, let us know.
Yes.
Yeah, we will look into it. Liliana, great stuff. Appreciate you stopping by. You can read and see more of Liliana's reporting on this by heading to our website, WBTV.com.